spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Rifles it down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Wants to throw on third down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Off the play fake on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Aggies trying to get a touchdown on first and goal.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open, good throw, good catch, first down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gonna swing it on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. He's only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Floats it out in space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man. This crowd really affecting the football game.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Big fella showing some ability, got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
How about the play by the speed, Mac? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Martin. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Wants to go up top. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's got him. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's it for the period. Break coming, and New Mexico State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beat.
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused a missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This defense is completely backed up after that one. Ball touchdown inside the 30. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration and they get the tackle for loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Fitted in the window for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up blue. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connor, he's going for it all. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williamson. Bringing it back. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Snagged out of the air. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tougher than...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
That makes the score. New Mexico State 35, Ohio State 0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They get to him as he throws. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Touchdown, New Mexico State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the returner will be brought down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try the right side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back defense back out there. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Fires to the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. You start with this kind of field position, if you have to settle for a field goal attempt, demoralizing. 3rd down coming up. Touchdown, Aggies! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Set sail out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of...
Pulls it in on the left. There he goes. He's at the... And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 10 over Middle Tennessee. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a crease to the left.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He breaks a tackle. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking for a crease, it's Hess. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, sir. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
He's got it, first down and more. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. They'll ride the hot hand. Hard running there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And he's thrown another interception. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
They'll give it to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. The give on the inside. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And on 4th down, they'll try to call the fake. He's going to throw it. And they pull it off. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things you kind of scratch your head, but you always do when they aren't successful. But that's a play you want to pull out in a big moment that you think it will work, but the defense was ready for it. They had the answers, and that had no shot.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much.
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. And the pass rush gets home. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. Got the first down and more.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Motion from the back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to